Wishing I could say goodbye to being broke and say hello to bread, but I'm broke and my grass looks yellow and dead. But the jello is...
So I got my first day at grad school done. If you're wondering why I'm wearing headphones, it gives me the illusion that nobody can see me talking to my phone. But I think everybody's staring. Oh well. So what's up, everybody? I guess I just want to talk a little bit about how my first day at grad school went in classes and everything. Well, I found out who I was working with as far as my GA spot, and they're honestly really nice. Like, they are very approachable, they are friendly, they seem like they genuinely care about, you know, how I'm gonna get through the program. And I mean, I know a lot of them are just on a first name basis, you know, and I mean, it's kind of weird for me because I'm used to trying to be so professional, but I mean, it's cool. Like, they all seem like they're family, and you know, I'm excited to be a part of it. I know I'm going to be so busy this semester, and even every semester after that. I have a lot of classes to make up for not taking nutrition for my undergrad, but you know, I kind of knew I was getting myself into that. I didn't quite know I needed this many, but I'm really ready to, you know, push myself and really attack this. I know I'm going to have to work harder than I ever have for these next 2 to 3 years, but I'm prepared for it. I know I can do it. I'm excited to get started. I'm excited to learn. And yeah, I didn't go to the gym today. Today was an off day, which is probably good, just so I can get used to things, you know, get my schedule figured out so I know when I'm going to go to the gym. Well, tomorrow morning I'll be at the gym, so I'll probably continue this video on into tomorrow morning. But yeah, great first day, and I'm excited for what's to come. See you guys tomorrow. Morning, everybody. It's about 6 a.m. right now. I'm up and I'm about to eat breakfast and then go to the gym. You know those days where you sleep and you feel like you slept for, what, 2 hours, and wake up and you're like, man, how in the world is it time to wake up yet? Today was one of those days. So this is my go-to pre-workout / breakfast. I have a bowl of honey nut toasted oats, not Cheerios because we're broke out here, and a banana, and I also have a glass of water, which I always try to down an entire glass of water when I wake up, and especially on days where I'm gonna go straight to the gym, just to make sure I'm hydrated for it, and just kind of wakes me up a little bit. It's actually a lot lighter outside than what I thought it would be. I thought it would be dark. One of those days you wake up and you think it's still 1 in the morning. You're like, why am I doing this to myself? But on the way to pick up the GF, she's going to be lifting with me. Hopefully she's awake. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in there. Hey, what's up, guys? I just got back from the gym. I was planning on filming the whole entire workout, but it was pretty packed in there. There just wasn't really room to film anything, so I only got one set of bench, but I think I'm gonna talk about it a little bit after. But I guess I just want to show you guys what I'm having for post-workout snack. It's not a meal because it's still only not even 9:30 yet, but this is just something to probably hopefully hold me over until lunch. Pretty much just what I'm having is having some vanilla yogurt. I usually always buy the Carb Smart kind. It's like this. Vanilla, it's Kroger brand, but I had approximately 2 servings of this. So just 160 calories for the yogurt, and then I added 2 cups of strawberries. As you can see, like that's pretty big. That's a lot of yogurt and a lot of strawberries in there. I think altogether it was close to like 260 calories. I think it was 24 grams of protein, 10 grams of carbs, and just 4 grams of fat. So for 260 calories, I mean, that's a good amount of food, and it really does fill you up. I haven't had it in a while just because strawberries are pretty expensive and the budget's kind of tight right now. But I got them a couple days ago, so I figured I might as well enjoy them. So I'm gonna eat this, and then I'll probably talk a little more about the workout. Hey, what's up, guys? This was the only clip that I got during my workout. I just want you guys to know that even after the set of 5, I'm nowhere near failure, and this is like my 5th set, and I'm going to talk about why now. So what's up, guys? So since I didn't get very many clips during my workout, I think I just wanted to take this time to talk about a topic that I guess is on my mind a lot, because when I go to the gym I see a lot of people doing this, which I don't think it's necessarily the best thing to do, at least all the time, which is going to failure on your sets, especially your main working sets that you do at the beginning of your workout. I guess there are a few reasons why I wouldn't really recommend going to failure. And when I mean failure, I'm not talking grinding out a rep where you might not be able to get one more. I'm talking going to absolute failure, where if you're bench pressing, somebody has to pull the bar off of you, or if you're squatting, you end up failing and crashing down on the safety bars. Here are the reasons why I don't really recommend going to failure, especially at the beginning of your workouts. One reason is obviously safety. It's not really the safest to go to failure, especially on big compound movements like bench press, overhead press, squatting, even deadlifting, because when you go to failure and you get close, that's when your form breaks down. And when your form breaks down, you're more likely to get injured, you're more likely to put yourself in a weird position just because you're desperate to get the weight up, especially when you're benching and you're by yourself without a spotter. That's when things really get bad, because you're trying your hardest to get the bench up so you don't die. And so it's not the best situation to be in. And another reason is because it just exhausts you for the entire rest of your workout. I mean, if you go to failure on the first 3 sets of bench and you have a whole workout ahead of you of more chest exercises, more pressing exercises, even if you're doing back and buys with that too, you're just going to be exhausted from going to failure. Your CNS is going to be fried, and you're not going to be able to move as much weight on your next sets and your other movements that you would be able to as if you preserve some energy and didn't go to failure on bench or squat, whatever you're doing. Another reason why I don't really recommend going to failure, because your total workload or volume that you do, even with that exercise, like say you're doing bench press, for example, and you're doing 4 sets. If you go to failure on the first set, most likely you're not going to be able to do as much volume, which is weight times how many reps you do, the rest of the sets that you do for that exercise, as opposed to if you only did, I guess, like 2 reps less than what your failure amount of reps would be. I use my handy dandy whiteboard and I wrote down some numbers, and I hope you can see this. I hope it's not too small. But you have lifter A here, and then lifter B. Lifter A is not going to go to failure on its sets, and lifter B is. I just wrote 200 pounds is what they're lifting. They're both lifting 200 pounds, and they both have a first set 10 rep max with 200 pounds. They're both equivalent in strength. All of their reps are the same exact tempo. Obviously, if lifter B is doing, really fast reps, they're not really controlling the weight, even bouncing it off their chest, which some people do. They're going to obviously be able to do more reps than the lifter who controls all the weight and, takes a second to go down, a second to go up, and uses good form. So pretty much make all variables constant other than what they're doing on their first set. So if both lifters will reach failure at 10 reps on their first set, lifter A only does 8, so he's leaving 2 reps in the tank, and lifter B goes ahead and uses his ego and does 10 reps. Most likely, on the next 3 sets, lifter A will still be able to hit 8 reps on set 2, set 3, and set 4. But because lifter B is going to failure, it's just going to exhaust his chest, exhaust, his triceps, shoulders. It's going to exhaust his CNS. He's probably not going to be able to hit 10 reps again on the second set if he did hit failure, which I mean, somebody had to pull the bar off of him. Let's say second set, lifter gets 7 reps, and that's when he hits failure again, or maybe he stopped 1 rep short of failure because he didn't want someone to have to pull the bar off of him. Set 3, he's able to hit 7 reps again. And then set 4, just because he's so exhausted and he's hitting failure almost every time, he only gets 6 reps. The total amount of reps that lifter A does is 32 reps, and the total amount of reps that lifter B does is 30, and that's with the same exact weight. So if you want to calculate the total amount of volume each lifter did, lifter A did 200 pounds times 32 reps, which equals 6,400 pounds total for his bench working sets, where lifter B did 200 pounds times 30 reps, which is only 6,000 pounds of working weight. So that's 400 pounds difference, and if this is happening, every exercise, every day, for months, that's going to be a big difference of the amount of total weight that each lifter is going to be able to lift. And it's all because lifter A stopped 2 reps shy of failure, where lifter B went to failure. Which, going to failure isn't necessarily because you have a big ego, Sometimes it's hard. Like, if you go to the gym, you're motivated, you want to push yourself as hard as possible, and you think, if I have 2 more reps, why not do it? And I mean, that's my reasoning behind why I do it, and I've seen it, I've experienced it, I've noticed when I stop shy of failure, I can always do more volume total with my working sets of that exercise, and even throughout the whole entire workout. I think a lot of beginners and people who haven't been lifting it for a while, they consistently go in there, and I mean, they're motivated and they want to push themselves and get stronger, but I don't think it's necessarily the best way for those 3 reasons: safety, the rest of their exercises, and then just total workload for that particular exercise. That's my advice on it. I try not to go to failure pretty much at all. I still take sets every once in a while to almost failure. Every 4 weeks, 4 to 5 weeks now, I'm doing a week where I do max reps with a certain amount of weight, or I find a new 1 rep max. But even with those, I'm trying not to hit failure. I don't want to fail on a weight where someone has to pull the weight off of me. That's only once every 4 to 5 weeks. It's not every week, every day like some people are doing. So if you're doing that, I encourage you to maybe try out the other way, leaving a couple reps left in the tank. I mean, you can still make gains and get stronger going to failure, but I think your rate of progression will be a little faster if you stay away from failure and only max out, once in a while. It's all about building the strength, not always testing it all the time. At least that's what I've learned. Sorry I didn't get much workout footage, but I just wanted to go over that topic, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to try this out, if you've been going to failure a lot, let me know how it goes in the comments, and like, share, and subscribe if you like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.